trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Southern Mississippi.
Wilson to pass. Finds his man down the middle. All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. That's caught. It's Rice. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Wilson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches. And what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Motion from the wideout. He might want another play. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. A quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida Atlantic took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Boca Raton. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wilson to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, going up top. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Golden Eagles will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside those open touches.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
He'll take it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
They'll go jumbo package, 3 tight end set on 3rd and goal. They'll try to sneak it.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. We'll start this 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Okay, ready?
Wilson will throw. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Get set, get set.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Past the first down marker and still running. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Working on the right. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He'll keep it himself. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal to go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Trying to bull his way in. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Oh, there's a loose football in the bad pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
One thing this defense prides themselves on is their preparation. And they knew coming into this game they were going to see option on 4th down. All 11 guys defensively are ready for it. The quarterback tries to keep it himself, but there is nowhere for him to go, and they turn it over on downs.
They'll try it over the left side. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Convoy.
They feed him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
17, Utah State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Gray. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. Powers through. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes. So you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Caught over the middle. It's Bates. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wilson to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And the Aggies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He wants to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gray. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Using his legs to buy some time. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, running back on the move. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
If It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This Utah State offense has it going.
Here we go. Ready, train.
Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
31, Utah State, 7.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wilson will throw. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
It's caught downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense got it. The 50. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Toss sweep to the right. Look out, he's got room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Let's take just a second and talk about Utah State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
They'll try the run. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Golden Eagles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They are going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs.
He's got 2. He's got 2. Here we go. Sack.
Going with the ground game left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Now on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Across the 25. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying.
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finds his man, it's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Pulls it and fires to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Back's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Surging forward on the sneak. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stopped.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job of gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physically.
Working that wide receiver screen. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Buys a little time with his feet. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
He'll be stopped short on the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Defense storming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Manning. Now adjusting. Rolling right and going deep. And he's got it inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Running back searching for a hole. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finding an escape route. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, 1 little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Off play action on first down. Fires downfield. Complete downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a gap. It's Joyner. Runs through the tackle. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They want to run it left here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped 1, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Morton. The short hands, it's Williams. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Virgil. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Close enough for a field goal try, but they want more. Going for it on 4th and short from the 20. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. To the air, it's Manning. Looking left. Makes a connection. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
Here's the handoff. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field.
Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Morton. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can add just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Thrust that arm out. Still on his feet. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Got it behind the line. It's Joyner.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Gives him that big stiff arm. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They go to the wide receiver screen. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The corners are walked up tight. He wants it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move and looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes him talk to the hand. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy...
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. looking for room. It's Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on second down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Throws for the tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time on target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Longhorns are on the move. He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got a man. It's Moore. There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Baxter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Longhorns need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give out of the gun. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
14, Texas, 7.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they will score! Touchdown, Texas!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Running through contact. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Finding open areas. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now. They're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Morton. Quickly complete. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Joyner. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Hand off from the shotgun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win. Fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The Longhorns get enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Give to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Gibson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Power football with the run. Hard running there.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there. And he stopped from getting the 1st down. Using his legs, it's Joyner. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Throwing on the run. He makes a catch. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. He'll bring it out. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.